This is a 16-pound stonemason's hammer, rock hammer. This one's a 12-pounder. And what you can do with these big rocks, this is how you'd split a big old barn stone. You'd take one of these rocks or draw your line, one of these hammers, and then you'd hit it. You'd go all the way around. I'm hoping to be able to include some of that in this video. This is a little smaller one. You can also hit the rock with it. Here's yet another one. And this is a stonemason's hammer. It's a rectangle, and then it's a point on the other hand. This is a real beauty right here. This belonged to the Masons. Really nice one. And this is my very sweet hammer, a really old one, and it's actually got insert like a I don't know if it's carbide or harder metal here, and that's a beautiful hammer for slicing. Now these are the ones I use all the time. This is a 3-pounder, and this is a 2-pounder. When I'm chopping sandstone sidewalks or stone that's smaller, I'll use this, and when I'm hitting on bigger rocks, I'll use this. These can also be used for double hammering. You know, where you'd use a chisel hitting on a rock, you can double hammer with these. You know, you could take and, come around and, like that. These are the same thing. One of these is sharpened with more of a flat, and the other one is sharpened. And what these are, they can take the place of a chisel. You can be, just chiseling along like that. This is a chip and hammer, as opposed to this. This is more of a, this is a brick hammer or a, but this one, see how when you chip like this, the stone will come up at you. So it's actually better to have the slicing part, and that sends the material out this way. It's much, much better. You always see them chipping like this, and the stuff would all come up at you. So this is an actual for using on smaller stone. Here's another old one, and some of these can be used as also like a blacksmith hammer, but this would also work as a nice little hammer. Here's a pick. This is a coal miner's pick from West Virginia. These are really nice for doing some chisel work. Like I said, once again, in place of a chisel, you could double hammer this, or you could just pick out a trough. They used to, in the old days, many people could pick an entire trough, horse trough, just using a pick like this. I picked this up in Tennessee at a flea market. This is for a blacksmith. The guy forged this himself in his backyard, and what I'm going to do is sharpen it into a point and use it where I would use a point chisel. The advantage to using a handle when you're swinging, especially on bigger stones, is that instead of holding a chisel, missing and hitting your hand, if you miss, you're gonna not hurt your hand. When we are swinging and hitting chisel, we'll use this. This is a nice striking hammer because it's got a little bit rounder head, a little bit bigger. However, when I'm doing fine work, I much prefer the wooden mallet because of the size of the head. See how much bigger these other ones are, and also you get arm fatigue from swinging a hammer. So the metal hammer would wear your arm out. Here's a couple of things I got from the quarry. They would put a split in a rock and run these down in there to wedge a stone open.